Hi. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss why Vietnam should be on your travel bucket list for 2023. Vietnam is a beautiful country that offers a wide range of experiences, from stunning natural landscapes, to rich culture, delicious food, welcoming people and exotic delicacies. Culture and history. One of the main reasons people should visit Vietnam in 2023 is the rich culture and history of the country. From the ancient city of Hanoi, to the stunning temples of Hoi An, Vietnam has a wealth of cultural experiences to offer. The country is also home to many museums and historical sites, such as the War Remnants Museum in Ho Chi Minh City, which provide a fascinating glimpse into Vietnam's past. Natural beauty. In addition to its rich culture and history, Vietnam is also home to some of the most beautiful natural landscapes in Southeast Asia. From the lush mountains of the northwest to the picturesque beaches of the south, Vietnam has something to offer for nature lovers. Visitors can go trekking in the mountains, take a cruise through the Mekong Delta, or simply relax on a beautiful beach. Some must-see natural wonders in Vietnam include the Marble Mountains in Da Nang, the stunning Ha Long Bay, and the imperial city of Hue. Also, the stunning Mekong Delta and the beautiful Ba Bi Lake are other places that shouldn't be missed. Ho Chi Minh City is also well known for its many parks and gardens, such as Tao Dan Park and the Botanical Garden, where visitors can enjoy a relaxing stroll amid lush greenery. Here is the list of must-see places in Vietnam. 1. Ha Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its stunning scenery and thousands of limestone islands and islets. 2. Hoi An, a charming and well-preserved ancient town known for its traditional architecture and street food. 3. Hue, an ancient city with a rich history and many cultural landmarks, such as the Citadel and the Royal Tombs. 4. Sapa, a picturesque mountain town in northern Vietnam known for its terraced rice fields, hill tribes, and trekking opportunities. 5. Hanoi, the capital city, known for its vibrant street life, delicious street food, and many cultural landmarks such as the Old Quarter and the Temple of Literature. 6. Ho Chi Minh City, the largest city in Vietnam, known for its historical landmarks and museums, like the War Remnants Museum and the Reunification Palace. 7. Nha Trang, a coastal city known for its beautiful beaches, clear blue waters and diving spots. 8. Mekong Delta, a region in southern Vietnam known for its lush green landscape, floating markets, and traditional villages. Food. Another reason why people should visit Vietnam in 2023 is the delicious food. From traditional dishes like pho noodle soup and banh mi sandwiches, to local specialties like the famous bun tra in Hanoi, Vietnam has a diverse and flavorful cuisine that will keep your taste buds happy. The country is also home to exotic delicacies such as snail, frog meat, and even insects, which are considered delicacies and are worth trying at least once. Visitors should also be sure to try some of the street food, which is both delicious and incredibly affordable. Vietnam is also renowned for its coffee, and visitors can find a variety of traditional and Western-style coffee shops throughout the country. Vietnamese people are known for their hospitality and generosity, and are more than happy to help out visitors and make their trip more pleasant. Visitors will find themselves warmly welcomed in restaurants, homestays, and other places they visit, and many locals are happy to share their culture and customs. Cost. Another benefit of traveling to Vietnam is how relatively inexpensive it is compared to other countries in Southeast Asia. Accommodation, food and transportation are all very affordable, allowing visitors to stretch their budget further. Tourist sites and activities are also very reasonably priced, meaning you can see and do more without breaking the bank. That's a wrap on our journey through Vietnam. We hope you enjoyed exploring this beautiful country with us. From the hustle and bustle of Ho Chi Minh City to the tranquil mountains of Sapa, Vietnam has something for everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more travel adventures and share your own experiences with us. Until next time, goodbye.